Welcome to Wannabe Heroes podcast. I'm Allie, or Cricket at the Twilight Bazaar. Previously on Wannabe Heroes.
White Lily it is.
Let's go!
He's just gonna pull out the note and just hand it to Cricket.
Watch cracking down, running out of time. The Lily underground after dark.
I think that something is happening in the basement.
First thing you notice are stone steps leading downwards. Emblem of this large, bright red sun.
Is it wax seal?
Yes. And the door, you can hear the door at the top of the stairs open. And it is the dwarven figure. And just stops for a moment. Fuckers!
So we're not making any friends.
Where we come back after an eventful evening, finding a tavern to stay in and conveniently finding the same tavern that this group seems to be working out of. Some snooping throughout. You guys have finally settled in for the evening. Kirian has made his way back to the circus. And you've all settled in the room upstairs. The night goes by pretty uneventfully, getting, for the first time in a long time for a lot of you, a chance to sleep indoors.
Yay.
Not in either a tent or a cart.
I mean, boo! I don't like that.
I'm a furbolg and
Yeah.
want to sleep outside.
Yeah.
But now, at this time, the sun is rising, the morning is yours, you all wake up, make your way in whatever fashion out of the room down to the main floor. And it's quiet here. There's nobody else, no other patrons in the bar at the moment. And there is that same dwarven man working behind the counter. Seems you found one of the staff members.
Yeah, who's going down first in the morning?
Apiron only would need, he's an elf like most of us are, so he only needs the 4 hours of meditation, but he doesn't perceive time, so he just go down whenever he's done.
Okay.
And then go chill.
So, a little bit before everybody else, you make your way down to the main floor, and the figure that has been described, and you've seen a little bit through the alleys and through the streets, is just behind the counter, working, polishing glasses and setting things up. And he turns to you and just, "Oh, morning, fella. Yeah. Hungry at all? Looking for anything?"
No, I just woke up. I'm not, I don't think I'm feeling too hungry. Yeah.
All right. Let me know if you need anything.
Yeah. Definitely will do. I think I forgot something in my room. And he's gonna head upstairs.
Okay.
He's just gonna just if Dreath is awake yet.
Oh, he's asleep.
Yeah, just gonna go up to Dreath and tap him on the shoulder and then shake his shoulder.
He gets up, puts his arm on. What do you need?
The dwarven fellow is downstairs currently.
Okay, let's go talk to him then.
I think that's a bad idea for now.
All right.
Just until we, meet with the other people.
Fair.
And figure out what's going on.
So how am I supposed to get out of here then?
I can just teleport you down.
Oh, okay.
It's fun.
For you.
Well, Kieran seemed to enjoy it when I did it to him.
You can see Kirian.
I can confirm it's a little bit fun.
Okay, Cricket.
Okay.
I mean, it would be a bit. Okay, just teleport me out. Just let me get my stuff.
Yes. We can wait.
Well, in the middle of broad daylight, that's gonna be kind of interesting. If I just.
Is it like an alley behind us? Or is it into the streets?
You're pretty much into the street. There's a little bit of a divot, just where it's not a full alley, but just the staggering and looking where the buildings are.
I got a 90-foot range. So is there a space within 90 feet that I could see that I could just like pop him into?
From the window, give me a perception check.
Yes. Okay. There it is. Perception. That is going to be a 17.
Looking out, you can see there's a few like odd like stacks of crates and carts set up where you could give him like a little bit of cover, but nowhere like completely hidden.
Okay.
I mean, I also could just go down and walk out without acknowledging him. Like if I could like have Serenity to hide behind or something.
Oh no, I do not want to get caught up in whatever you've started between this man and yourself.
I think it would be best if you want to do that. I could just make you vanish and appear somewhere, and then you could just pretend like you fell. So
Why don't I just distract him?
that is a brilliant idea.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
And she's good.
Actually, that's too complicated. Just teleport me out.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Well, I'm still gonna go distract him because I
Have
think
fun.
that's fun.
Also, where should I meet you guys? Where should I meet you? I'll just meet you at the palace.
What? No.
Meet us in the city square, by the first shop that we that everyone went into.
Alright.
I think that's where. So Kieran would probably meet us somewhere around there as well.
Sounds good.
Okay. And he's just gonna
See you all later.
pull out space and time, creating a little wormhole and just flop him through.
And you just boom in this little like again just behind the stall setup. There's a few crates and you kind of stumble into place, but it's like not too early in the morning, but people don't really pay much attention.
Cool.
People got their own business going on.
Alright. To the town square to wait for everyone.
Okay. The three of you still up in the room.
Okay, let's go.
Yep. I'm good to go. You still want to distract him?
A little.
Okay.
But it's okay. There's no point now.
No.
Right.
If you'd like, you can distract him, and then I'll try to go out. And if he doesn't see me, then you know you did a good job.
Okay. And then she scurries downstairs. She's got the
Okay.
cloak on and everything.
Cricket scurries down the stairs ahead of you two.
That's nice of you.
Well, I don't want to be seen by the creepy man.
Fair point. We're not being nice. And then Bjorn's just gonna walk out.
Alright. As you all head out, Cricket, you make your way down the stairs first. And are you just going right up to the bar?
Yeah, she's gonna go right up to the bar. I'll plunk down. Good morning.
He turns and oh, morning friend. What can I do for you?
Hey, what's that? And then she's gonna get up and she's gonna walk out the door.
Serena's gonna be like, oh shit, that's my cue. And then she'll like run out the door.
He turns back for like just a second, just and then turns back and sees you, just like sees you running away.
But she'll like turn around and give him a little wave and then she'll go. It's playful. She's not.
And like by the time Cricket gets to the door, Serenity, you're at the bottom of the stairs. And he's just like, what?
Cricket looks at you like, I gave you an opening.
He doesn't he waves at you two, just like a friendly good morning.
Good morning.
Hello again.
Morning. So you looking for anything to eat?
No, I think we're just going to leave the key with you.
Yes.
Well, thank you. Hope you had a good night.
Yeah.
You too. And he's gonna give him the key.
You too. Enjoy your show. You too.
Yeah. All right.
Enjoy your meal.
Then with that, you guys only a little awkwardly scurry out of the room.
Make sure he knows our faces.
Yeah.
And eventually make your way towards the market center, meeting up with Dreyerth and Kyrian shortly after. It's not hard, yes, and in that time, Kyrian, you would have met with the trader you made contact with, and if there's no poison to your liking,
He politely declines and thanks him for his time, but he will be in touch.
having quite
in
got
the future.
haven't quite got the funds to buy the good stuff, and
I'm poor. I'm sorry.
Cricket, what's being poor?
and then
Okay.
and then with that, you have all gathered again in the city square.
So how did it go last night?
Good.
Nothing. No noise after I left.
No.
Where is he? You remembered him, right?
I'm. I
She
don't
is.
follow what?
Her eyes are slowly going to get wider, and her gaze is going to get more and more piercing until you understand what she is wanting from you.
He's gonna pull the feather out of the pocket. He disguised himself as one of the hundreds of mugs. Do you know how long it took to find out which one he was?
She's going to pick him up.
The feather turns back into a mug.
Son of a... You want to know how I found out?
How?
Because he waited until I was asleep and then started to laugh in my sleep and wake me up, and then I had to find him again. And it wasn't until I got really close that he started to giggle, and I just...
That is so funny. She picks him up, you know, kind of nuzzles him a little bit before she kind of puts him back on his usual spot, kind of camouflaged on her hip. She goes,
Stretching out into the belt.
funny boy.
Looking closer at Kieran, you can see he's just got these big dark bags under his eyes, and while his eyes are dark, you can see like there's a little bit of vein poppage, like they would be the equivalent of bloodshot.
Yes, and Socks is just like he's still just giggling a little bit, just having fun.
Good for some.
That's my boy.
Is there anything you guys want to do from here, or is it straight to the palace?
To the palace.
The palace.
Before we go, just a game plan for what we're gonna be talking about, because we know a lot. Do we tell them everything we know?
Oh, absolutely not.
No, let's get to know them first.
Yeah. Did you the stuff you got? He's gonna look to Kieran. Did you bring that with you, or did you leave that there at the circus? Like where is it?
Kieran would have enough time on his walk to the circus to figure out that he could probably leave it safely with Oromire, right?
Yeah, if you wanted to leave it with people at the circus, I can make a note of that.
He would leave it with Oromire, since that's the guy he has probably the most trust in.
Okay. That's fair enough.
But basically just giving him the stamp seal, and because the parchment was just like loose parchment, no notes or anything, right?
Yeah, stuff for making notes.
Yeah, and the daggers he would, leave with him as well. So just giving him everything.
Okay. Then yeah, you would take
Saying he would
those.
pick it up when he gets back.
Easy enough. All right. Then with those items at the circus.
Okay. Yeah. So we pretend like we don't know anything yet. Like we don't outright lie to them, but don't offer any information necessarily yet.
I am just not going to speak.
We just let them do the talking at the beginning.
Okay.
Answer the yes, no, simple questions. Don't bring anything up.
Brilliant. Okay. Okay. I'm ready to go then. If you guys are.
Yep.
Let us go.
To the palace.
Okay.
Yay!
You guys make your way through the city streets early in the morning. It's a little quieter. A lot of you're seeing the shops opening up. People are setting things, getting ready for the day. But it's quieter, easier to maneuver. You carefully make your way to the end of the lake, where just at the crest of it you find the tall palace that you found when you were making your way in on the first day. And you can see this large, multi-floored building. The front end just covered in various sized windows, different glass. Like it's a very ornate structure. It seems to in like a pyramid shape. Each floor gets a little narrower into this large peak. and the base floor kind of sits right on the edge of one canal. There's a walkway branching over to get into it, and there's no door per se. There's a door frame and then a few pillars where like there's multiple points you could walk in, but the main floor just seems to be an open like plaza kind of area. But there are, you can see a few guards like kind of stationed around the entrance. Are you guys just approaching, or?
Alright, everybody, best behaviors.
You hear that, buddy? You're always on your best behavior. I know.
Piron's just gonna slightly tuck in like one corner of his tunic like into his like ninja style pants, and then
Oh yeah, Drayer will switch clothes into something like presentable.
Okay, put more like some of your more formal attire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Piron's trying to look more presentable. He's not.
Clean up a little bit, just as best you can.
Tie his hair up. Just okay. Ready.
Okay. All right, and you're just approaching the main door.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. As you approach, two of the guards just like meet your path and just. Morning, folks. You have business here?
Yeah. Oh,
Who's going to speak?
Yeah, I'm gonna point to Kieran.
Kieran.
we're here to see Viren.
See Viren. What business do you have with him?
We were hired to fulfill a contract that he had given to us. And he told us first thing we should do when we get here is to go to the palace.
I'm gonna pull out the contract and just show it, like put it in front of my face and look towards the guard.
He leans in and looks it over. All right. Very well. You folks just follow me. We can wait in the main foyer. I will go fetch Viren for you.
Thank you.
And he leads all of you into this main foyer, and it's just a simple, like the floor is tiled, the walls are built up a little bit, and then there's just a large, like kind of curving staircase leading to the second floor. It seems like this, like there's nothing really built here. It's just an opening to the rest of the home above.
Yeah.
He walks you guys in, makes his way up the stairs, and leaves you there for a moment. And a couple minutes go by. Eventually, from the top of the stairs, you just hear a voice, a familiar one. It's just, you've made it. Well, welcome. I assume your travels went well, and you see Viren slowly making his way down the stairs, dressed a little more casually than he was before, still in the reinforced vest, no cloak, and the shirt is a little more, like a little looser fit, but he still looks ready. And he just continues down the stairs to meet you all. Hope you didn't have any troubles on your way here.
Nothing that we couldn't handle.
Excellent. Well, the Lord and Lady are up in their main chamber, if you would like to have a word with them now. They've been eager to meet all of you. And he looks across the group and just glances over at Serenity. You've got a new one with you. I don't think I saw you when I was at the circus. My name is Viren. It's a pleasure to meet you. Looks to you, Kyrian. Not much for words, is she?
No, it's actually... No, she just gets things done when we need it.
Well, that's good to hear. A reliable person is much much better than someone who runs their mouth off. Come, this way.
Just as a note, Epiron is like, when he sees Viren, he is like, his eyes are like really wide, and he's just looking at him, like kind of shocked. Like he doesn't have like a look of anger on anything in his face. He's just staring at him very intently and very quietly, and kind of like slumping into his hoodie a bit.
Okay. He leads you.
What era is this?
Time Ninja hoodie.
He's got a hoodie. It's got jeans. Nobody really knows.
Kieran's wearing a suit and tie.
Yeah,
The suit and tie actually makes.
it's
good
fantasy
amount of
land.
sense.
Let us wear fantasy hoodies and jeans.
Yeah, fashion is non-existent.
What are you talking about? The fashion's right here, Justin.
Okay. You know what I mean. Viren leads you up the stairs, up to the main floor, and it is now entering into kind of like what you would expect out of a home like this. And even Draerith, you're kind of getting the vibe of being back home in that like very regal manner. You walk into this long hallway, about like half a dozen doors line these halls, and a large double door at the other end. You can see portraits of landscapes, paintings, various like statues and busts in the hall. It is gaudy. But he leads you down the hall to the very end. These large double doors, and he just pushes them wide open. And you see two figures in this chamber, a big like circular chamber, and carpet rolled out. There's like tables on either side with just like various knickknacks and accessories. And at the opposite end of the door, you can see two very elegant thrones and two individuals just kind of like up talking to each other, not seated at the moment, but dressed in very formal attire. You can see as they turn, and Viren speaks up. Excuse me, might I introduce the folks of the Twilight Bazaar? They're here to meet with you. And the two figures turn to face you. You can see one, both of them human, older looking. You can see both with slightly graying hair. The first one is a human man. This pulled straight back, this curly hair that kind of sits just off the shoulders. A very well trimmed mustache and goatee that kind of like curls at the chin. Taller, like medium build, and you can see he's wearing this very intricate, like layered tunic, covered in these elaborate crests. He's got a like small half cape covering one shoulder, and it's this kind of like a cream and gold color to it.
Nice.
Next to him, again, older looking woman, this long wavy black hair, and it's tied into like several layers of different shapes, and it's just this very elaborate do, with these like the standout kind of framing this sharp features on her face is these two curling strands on either side. She's dressed in this more like simple, long, darker, like a darker beige dress with red accents around it, and very like it's got a few like tiers to the bottom section, but it's a very sleek look to it. And the man steps forward and just, welcome. I have heard so much about all of you. My name is Linus Karivass. This is my lovely wife, Cleo. Welcome to our home. You're welcome to come in. Come. You all look so uncomfortable. Relax. We're here to do business, right? Let's talk business.
We approach.
Yeah. Go up, do all the pleasantries, the bowing and that. Get that
Okay.
done with.
He smiles at that as you bows. Ah, an understanding of formalities. Well, you don't have to worry about those. We are business partners in this.
Of course.
I trust that our advisor Viren has treated all of you well.
Extremely.
Or not. I understand his methods can be a little brutish, but he has not failed us yet. So, you are going to be helping us with our problem. You certainly look like an interesting group.
Can you tell us anything about how this started or when you first found out about it? Or anything you can really share with us to give us any pointers or direction?
Of course, of course. He turns for a moment. Viren, you are welcome to stay if you like, but I think from here we will be alright if you have other business to attend to. And he looks over all of you. For the sake of this job, I'll stay near the back of the room, but don't let me interfere. And Veer just walks over like to the double door and just waits at the other end. And Linus looks out. Very well. Well, you're welcome to take a seat if you wish. You don't have to worry about all the formal behavior. I'm not from around here, so I don't expect you to match all of the customs. As for the troubles that you're asking about, it has been a number of months dealing with folks who are not particularly happy with how my wife and I are managing things. We try our best to, take care of the folks, take care of things here. We pay for the guards to defend anyone from travelers of unruly nature. But they're not so agreeable.
Can I insight check? Just like the general, does he think he's actually doing right, or is he kind of like
Yeah.
quelling his guilt?
Like, does he actually think his shit doesn't stink, or is he just laying it on really thick?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, fuck. That's a 2 plus 8. So 10.
10.
17.
Oh, you were okay. You're
Yeah.
making one too. Kieran.
25.
Okay.
Oh.
Serenity. He seems pretty convinced in what he's saying. He seems pretty honest and upfront. Sorry. Kieran and Drareth, you can definitely get a read that he knows what he's saying, and he knows that he's phrasing things in a more favorable way. There doesn't seem to be like a lie to it. There doesn't seem to be any uncertainty in what he's saying.
But he knows he's a dick, right?
He sounds like a politician.
Mm.
He sounds like someone who is doing he's convinced what he's doing is necessary, but like might know that it's not the best thing.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, he continues just things started with unruly citizens attacking guards, attacking merchants coming through, and we tried to be peaceful about things. Then, the guards stepped up a little bit, and things were quiet. No troubles, no big issues. But then we found merchants, travelers, friends of mine that we invite to make trade in the city, being scared off out of town, being pushed away, people attacking the travelers coming through, meaning the city can't make any of its money. I mean, if that's how they want it to be, they don't get any money either, so I don't quite understand their motives. Then, the property of ours, we've built up the housing in this region, we've paid to expand the land of the city. They don't pay us back, they damage some of the things we build. Seems they're not very happy with how we run things.
I can see your point of view on that. I do have one question though. If this is about trade and the lack thereof, why don't you just contact the people you traded with? Why? Because if we stop this illegal gathering of people and uprising or revolution, what's to say that that's going to bring trade back?
Well, that's the thing. The next thing is when guards start overhearing whispers, and they talk about not being happy with how we run things. They talk about getting rid of the merchants rooted in this town as well that have connections with us. Hearing talks of, I'll be honest, trying to get rid of us directly.
While this conversation's happening, what is Cleo doing?
She's just watching, listening to what he says.
Okay. Cricket will just like kind of casually, looking at him when he's speaking, but then also checking in with her.
She's definitely like keeping an eye on all of you. Like she's watching how each of you move. She's watching what you do. She, like, from what you're noticing, she seems to be more, I mean, the same situation you are. Linus seems to be the face, and she seems to be reading everyone.
Gotcha.
Were you saying anything, Kirian, or was it, I forget where we left that conversation?
No, he was just wanting to see, like, how much, like, what's the main goal here? Like, is this like I need, like, money coming in, or it's more of I'm worried about the safety of my life?
Yeah, and he will. Yeah, he continues. Basically, it's a bit of both. We need outside trade to come in so that we can maintain the protection of the city and the development that we have funded. But also, the citizens that aren't happy with us, I am scared that they're going to do something more extreme.
And what would you say the ratio of citizens to guards is?
We've got a very, very small private army that we have hired, but they certainly outnumber us, maybe 4-1. It doesn't, I don't want things to get out of hand with the public. That's why we were hoping to get help from a different group. I think hiring the army honestly might have put a bad look on us, but we did it out of the good for the people. But now if we get too involved, I'm afraid we're going to spark others to join this group of unhappy individuals.
Oh, I see. So that's why you went with the Numa's Twilight Bazaar, is because it's not like an army coming in.
That is exactly the thought process. You have a group of traveling performers on the outskirts of town. No one questions why a bunch of new faces are in the city. I don't expect you to send your entire crew in and march the streets, but as I hope was passed on from Viren, you are good at working with smaller crews. You can deal with this little group of unruly citizens before it gets out of hand, before it becomes anything too big, then the public does not have to know about it.
And the means in which you want us to do this entail running people out of town, locking them up, or more morally flexible ways?
Cleo now chimes in. It requires whatever is necessary. If they're willing to be reasoned with, we will have a conversation. Perhaps a simple punishment. Perhaps we send them out of town. If they're not willing to discuss, if they're going to threaten our livelihood, then by any means necessary, we will protect us, ourselves, and our people.
How lightly does she say that? Like, does the option of killing them seem like oh, I don't want to do that, or is it well, if it has to happen, it has to happen, I'm not in charge?
Give me an insight check.
Ugh, God. It's also a shit roll, but that's 9 plus 8 still, so just 17. Thank you.
You know what? Give me a perception roll as well, and I'll say cricket as well, since you said you made a point of watching her.
18 plus perception is 26.
Can I use survival? That's my special beast heart thing that I can do to see if she's lying, but I know she's not really. I'm not.
Sure. Yeah. No. I looked over that ability last time. Yeah. No. you can do
So that would be a dirty 20.
that. 20 and
26.
26. Okay.
Not the dirty 20.
So listening to what she's saying, she does seem very serious in her tone. There's a levity in the execution, like the manner, but like she doesn't put any specific weight on each side of it, but she seems very serious in what she's saying. You can, looking over her, you can see, you notice there's a few, a bit of her arm is kind of exposed, like the upper arm, and you can see, a few burns and bruises, making their way down her arm.
Like, burns and bruises that she's tried to hide
In this room, she's not trying to hide it.
Okay.
Is there anyone in the resistance that you could expect to become a leader or a martyr? Anyone that we should know exactly if we should imprison them or otherwise?
Unfortunately, not at the moment. There was one individual before things started getting out of hand that we dealt with early on. Attacked us in the street when we tried to meet with a few other diplomats from out of town. But they were quickly dealt with. I'm afraid those actions, however, might have sparked more of a response than we expected.
So no one of importance, but just the last straw for them?
A figure, yes.
Insight check.
Sure. So many insight checks. Yeah, go for it.
All the insight checks. 17.
17. He seems pretty, there's no hesitation in his voice. He seems pretty clear and to the point in what he says.
Okay.
Perril's just gonna speak up and he's gonna say this as professionally, matter of fact, this is just a run-of-the-mill question as possible, not trying to offend anyone. Just to understand the people who are engaging in these behaviors. What specifically would their grievances with you be? Like, so we can understand like who these people might be, and we can understand their mentality a bit better.
Well, I would say the most basic thing is they don't like that we have taken over a lot of the control of the city. I will be completely honest. We have no governing authority here. Ever since the Emperor passed away, there has not been an individual in charge of the town. We simply had the means to fund the army here. We had the means to pay for a lot of it. So we have taken on this role. People may not like that we are doing it, but it's something that these people will be losing their minds without a little bit of control.
But what's the detriment to them? Because if you're helping run things, then things should be running smoother. So what suffrage are they claiming that they have?
That's something you'll have to ask them. I mean, we hear complaints of not having places to live, of not having enough food, but we bring in these merchants, we provide them with housing, we build more housing for them. Honestly, we'll have to talk with them because they don't seem to want to.
And where's the best place to find these people so we can start getting to work?
Well, that's kind of why you are here. The guards have overheard a few things, but they're pretty good at hiding themselves.
Clear. Yeah. Yeah, we're like, yeah, I bet.
Yeah, the speech made a lot more sense when you were seeing him beforehand. A lot of people go through the market. A lot of faces, a lot of people get lost in conversation, lost in crowds. It's the easiest place to find anything.
I suppose we could then spend the day looking around, doing just a little bit of reconnaissance.
That would be wonderful. Do report everything either to the guards in the area or come find us directly.
Yeah,
He just nods.
Just while we are on the discussion of the job and the terms involved within that, and Apeiron's just gonna pull out the contract.
Oh, yes, of course.
So I see here that you are offering us 2,000 gold pieces for the completion of this job, and the and doing everything for you. However, there was a bit of an incident during the negotiation of this contract, which did involve in some damage to our property, as well as unfortunately some loss of life.
Cricket's gonna put it like an arm, or like a hand on Apeiron's arm, just letting him continue, but just like supporting him.
If there could be maybe some compensation added into the payment in order to cover the damages to the circus that was unforeseen necessarily.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Oh, I should have enhanced abilities. Damn it.
Roll.
And that is going to be a 15.
15. He looks at you, and there's a little bit of a smirk that, like, crawls across his face. I see those things as steps in negotiation. Things happen as part of the deal. I believe the 2,000 gold is more than enough payment for everything you will be taking on. We can compensate you for any supplies you may need while you're in town. But we will not reimburse you for the incidents prior to the job.
Yes. Of course. Will we be able to provide you with an invoice of expenses for what we will need in order to fulfill this mission?
Rio cuts you off.
Yes.
Enough of your stammering. Complete the job, and we can see what you are worth.
This action will have consequences. We
The
all
group will remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
the
will
group-
remember that. I'm writing it down, so I will remember it.
Yes, of course. And Pierre's just gonna take a step back and roll the contract back up.
We understand that things have happened. Some not so pleasant things to get all of you here. But that is just part of the work that you take on. You do have quite the reputation already, the kind of work that you do. But don't think that that has earned you anything beyond simply this contact. Prove that you are the right choice. Prove that you are worth your money. And we will happily repay you for anything else if we have cause. But prove yourself first.
Well, that sounds like a fair deal to me. If you guys want to get started right now and leave now, I'm good with that.
We have to start somewhere. So
Cricket
Let's-
nods.
Let's. Why don't we start in the city center and see if we can work our way out?
But before we go, and Kieran's going to start approaching the Lord,
Okay.
it is customary from where we're from that we shake hands on boots. And he's just going to put out his palm. His other hand is held up like there's nothing there. And he doesn't have any weapons on him right now. That's all left of the circus.
side-eyeing Cricket.
Okay. He looks down at you. Looks at the hand. He'll reach out and take your arm.
And as he's doing that, he's just going to bow his head and then do a quick up and down on his person for any signs of weapons or basically anything that could produce magic. Can this guy fight? Can he defend himself?
Oh.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
18.
18. You can see a few different, he's got necklaces and medallions decorating his cloak and his whole attire. None of them, at a glance, seem to be any type of arcane focus, divine focus, anything like that. You do see he has a short sword tied on the inside of his leg, or not on the inside of his
All
on
right.
the inside of his
Is that a
cloak.
short sword in your pocket?
The inside of his cloak. Sorry.
So does it look like
It's a
it's...
really short sword on the inside of his leg.
Stop.
No, he's got a sword tied to his hip, but it's under the cloak, under the half cape.
Does it look like it's bedazzled as hell and probably is just to make a point of, ooh, look at me, I'm rich? Or does it look like he is actually this thing has seen some use?
It looks ornate, but it looks like a finely crafted weapon. Doesn't look like an accessory.
And then after he bows, he'll just wink at him and then let go and about face and then start walking back.
Sorry, I never got your name.
As he's walking, just waves, Kyrian.
Very well.
And then as he's like passing you guys, he's like, let's fucking go.
Quick, gets up. She's on her way up.
The rest of you, never got your names.
I am a Puron. And he's just gonna give them a head nod.
It's kind of what we call her.
Your friend is...
Yeah, it's easy to remember.
Very well. Yourself?
I'm Cricket. She gives a big smile, but she doesn't really mean it.
Cricket. Lovely. Yourself?
Drareth.
Drareth. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. I look forward to working with you further. Best of luck out there.
So we go.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Connor has written down in his
No,
notes,
do not.
fuck CeeLo, but it's
Cleo.
there we go.
Cleo. It's
That CeeLo Green song.
Thank you for blasting me in 4K.
Yeah, I will put you on blast.
And that's the day Cricket lost her life.
You guys make your way out and pass Viren by the door, who's just stood there with his arms crossed. Just smiles as you walk out. Gives you a nod, appear on.
Can Kyrian on the way out? I think you dropped this somewhere on your way home. It must have been in your pocket and fell off. And just like pushes it to his chest for him to grab it and let go, or else it's just gonna drop and he's just gonna walk by.
He catches it and just... Well, thank you. And just watches you leave.
As a Puron is like matches Viren's eyes as he walks past. There's gonna be like a bit of a moment of almost like surprise is the wrong word. A moment where he doesn't seem quite as lost like in time and anything. He's just gonna fiddle with his clockwork compass and he's just gonna look at him. And just with as much energy as he can possibly muster, just give him the kindest look he can possibly give someone.
Okay. And he repays it a little bit, like he smiles back. But you, like, it's not hard to read. There is that kind of sinister intent behind it.
Yes. And Pierron's just gonna snap his head back and continue.
The rest of you head out, back down the stairs, into the street. There's a kind of just across the group, this sigh of relief, this levity raising a bit as the tension drops. What do you guys want to do?
Pierron's gonna wait until we are as far away from the palace as possible. Once we start walking,
Yeah, you guys head back over the bridge, back into the main city streets.
and he's just gonna kind of turn to the group. I don't know if that did the same thing for you, but it definitely did decide whose side I am on. If it wasn't obvious already.
Oh, it's blatantly obvious.
Thank you. And he's just gonna continue.
You know what I think we should do?
What?
I should get some wax, get that seal, and we should deliver a letter to that gentleman at the counter where we stayed last night, and maybe let him know that they do have friends.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I mean, I could just go in there and talk to him.
Let's do the not so head-on approach
Yeah,
to start.
I'm worried that even though, these people really suck, for very personal reasons for us, I want to...
There's nothing to say that the other side doesn't suck as well.
Exactly, I want to hear both sides.
Well, I know. That's why I'm saying we should meet them. I'm not saying we take their side. We still need to know, both sides of the story, and even then we're going to be missing pieces. But at the very least, we should negotiate or get our foot in the door, so to speak.
I think a letter is a great idea.
Yes, corresponding through anonymity and so on. Through the letters, I think would give us some control over the situation that we are currently lacking in the other side.
I could drop it off looking like someone completely different.
Yes, that could be perfect. Eventually, we will meet with people face to face, but for now, I think we need to play this safe. Make sure no one. Yes.
I was about to say, we could give them personal invitations to the circus.
We already have.
No, I didn't. I just said if they need help, go to the circus. That's not really a personal invitation. That's just a general invitation.
I do think maybe making sure that any contact between any of our groups is as little as possible, just so if we are followed by or spied on by anyone, and saying that Apeiron's gonna give a look around and see if anyone is listening.
Go for it. Perception check.
I'm going to re-roll that with my ability. That was even worse. Damn it!
That ability's cursed, Jock.
I know. Oh. Okay, yeah, I have to use that one. Okay, that is going to be a perception check. That's going to be a 6.
6. Okay. You glance around. And are you guys walking and talking? Or
Yeah.
Yes, walking down.
I mean, nobody stands out in the crowd. There's not, the streets aren't too busy, but people seem to be just working, going about their day. Nothing out of the ordinary.
I don't think Beatrice would want us, bringing the circus into this. We can let Bria sort of run the shows, but maybe we should keep the circus and this job separate.
Completely, yes.
I think to an extent we should for the start, but if we're going the way I think we're going with this, the more we can show support for them, and maybe if people from the circus want to help us, that's up to them. I'm just saying that if these people know that they have friends who can help defend them or encourage them or even get more of them to join into the resistance, we could actually do a lot of good.
I'm just concerned because Viren killed Beatrice before we said a flat out no.
That was also before we knew what kind of a person he was. And now we know exactly who we're dealing with. They don't know who they're dealing with quite yet.
This is more of a just a question from Apeiron's side, from what he would know of Beatrice and growing up with her and how he knew she was as a person. How would Apeiron think she would feel about this situation? What would she do?
Would be a better question for Delaney, honestly.
I mean, she was very strong on we don't want to take this job because we don't want to get the circus involved. The circus was everything to Beatrice. So even if it meant doing the right thing, but putting the circus in danger, I don't know if Beatrice, that's where it would have been a tough decision. She would falter between, well, this is good, but that puts the circus in danger. She would probably make the bad choice to keep the circus safe.
Apeiron's just gonna no matter what, if we are to honor Beatrice's memory and honor her at all, we do not involve the circus. And we keep the circus safe. It was everything to her, and it is also everything to me. And he's gonna look at Drea when he's saying this. By all means, do not involve the circus. And he's gonna look around to the group. I beg of you.
I feel like after we're done in town today, we should at least go back to the circus to feel a bit more safe. Maybe just, check on everyone and see how they're handling her passing.
Yes.
I think it's starting to hit a lot of us that she's not coming back for... And he's gonna cut himself off there.
Ooh.
Piron is just gonna take point of the group and continue walking.
Let's walk.
Into town.
After a few moments, you make your way back to the large open market. It's not as lively as it was the night before, but stalls are set up. New traders are in. Some familiar ones you saw last night are stationed here. Seems kind of quiet right now. Pretty simple. There's like a fountain in the middle where a few individuals are just like seated and talking, enjoying the day. How do you guys want to go about the afternoon with all this?
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
If we're sort of all on the same page that we're going to do some scouting right now. Okay. Cricket wants to find sort of like a secluded alley or just somewhere that she can sort of very casually fly up to the roof of some buildings undetected.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a stealth roll.
That's I need cricket stats.
I'll say as you all step in, plans have been discussed along the walk, and now as you start. The plan has been discussed. Now is when you're acting on it, and you're also kind of either splitting up or going about it. So act how you would like. Cricket's flying off. What's your
24.
24? Okay.
Who needs invisibility?
You guys watch, like you can see Cricket dart off into another alleyway leading back to the main city. Just enough cover. Cricket, you kind of ditch the cloak a bit. Just give yourself enough mobility. Fly up to a rooftop and just stay low and duck down. There's enough of like a rim built up on the roof to give you cover. And you've got a nice perch to watch over the market.
Cool. And Socks is with her just
Yes.
to make point of it.
And Socks like slumps up onto the wall as well.
Nice. Yeah, I need your eyes too, buddy.
The eyes like extend out.
Go gadget eyes.
Like binoculars. Wait, he turns into binoculars and she uses them.
Oh.
Could. Yeah. Shifts into binoculars.
We love socks.
Anybody else? Anything specific they would like to do?
This is for a couple of reasons, but Piron would still, and we don't have to handle this right now, but Piron would still like to go talk to the guy from the,
Yes.
yes, the guy from the magic shop,
Yeah.
and his distributors.
Okay. I'll say we'll set everybody else up,
Yes.
and then we'll jump around. So anybody else have an exact idea of what they want to do?
Drayworth would kind of go to like the sleazier like card places.
Okay. I mean, there's not much for sleazy. Like, if you're staying in the market,
Yeah.
there's not much, like,
Okay.
sleazy, but...
That's fine, but like where people are like playing cards and gambling and stuff like that.
That, you can definitely find a few spots where people are playing cards.
Yeah,
or dice
people
or
talk
whatever.
doing that.
Yeah, okay. And then Beatrice or Kyrian?
Beatrice!
Or Beatrice. Not too many
The
names.
dead body back in the cart rises.
Serenity or Kyrian.
Curious?
You can go ahead.
No, you go.
No, you first.
No.
No.
you
Canadian
go
standoff.
first.
Fine, fuck, I'll do it.
Not the Canadian standoff.
Kieran is going to bolt back to the circus. I'm not sure how far away it is. Hopefully not too far, but he's going to
It'd be like a couple hours there and back.
In town, he's going to get some very nice parchments and some red wax for sealing.
Okay.
And what does he use to light a pipe? Is it just matches in this world?
Yeah, it would just be matches.
He's going to get a few boxes of matches.
Okay. I mean, that would be easy to acquire. Probably all of it is like 5 silver pieces.
Oh. We'll do that and add it, and that's all I need.
Okay, that's what you're doing. And Serenity.
The White Lily, was that near the market or?
It's like within eye shot. Like you can see down one street that kind of curves a bit. You can see the side of the building.
Serenity is going to step into an alleyway and turn into an incredibly adorable cat.
Okay.
Like, so cute. So cute and fluffy.
You gotta roll for that.
Biggest eyes. No, she's seen cute cats in her time.
Alright.
And she's gonna make her way towards the White Lily.
Okay. You're just alright. So you shift into a cat and start making your way through the alleys, or through the streets towards the lily. Alright. So then, doing that, we'll go back through the circle. Apeiron.
Yes.
I actually am having to look at my card for your names. Too many freaking names. You make your way back over to the stall that was set up with Wester. And you can see a few people with him at this moment. And he's like, they're setting up their stall. You can see a few small, small crates, a few bundles of scrolls and parchment. And he looks up at you just, hello, friend. You did come back.
Yes, I did.
Well, what can I do for you?
If I could maybe look at your merchandise and see if you had any spells that I could, spell scrolls that I might be able to purchase, and or spells that I might be able to copy down for a fee, if that's the case, and then also to discuss some potential business and if possible.
Well, I can certainly give you a little bit of my new inventory. I haven't gone through it myself yet, but more than welcome to take a look. And, he's got like a small bag with a few different scrolls in it, and he'll place that in front of you. Just welcome to take a look, but don't go anywhere with them.
Yes.
And what sort of business were you looking to discuss?
I am in the practice of exploring new types of magics, and I have actually come across some spells. Not come across, formulated some spells that, from what I have seen, no one has really done before. I've taken some of conjuration spells, and I have somewhat augmented them, changed some parameters around them to not only affect the shape of space, but also the flow of time, because I realize there is an intimate connection between the two.
Are you looking to sell some of your knowledge? Is that what we're talking about?
Sell some of my knowledge, maybe even start giving you some new inventory that you could potentially sell off to other clients.
I mean, that could certainly work. Did you have anything on you?
Yes, I do have a spell here, and I am just going to, where is it? I am just going to show him. Where is this? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just making sure. Okay, yeah. So I am just going to show him first off if this spell doesn't have any adverse effects on anyone, but if I could just potentially show it to you. It's a pretty basic spell, but it basically functions in making a person react faster in some senses. If I could demonstrate it on you, if that is okay, or if you have someone to demonstrate it on.
I don't know if I'm the most comfortable with you demonstrating your spells. If you can just show me what you've got written.
Oh yes, of course. And I'm just going to show him a gift of alacrity, the chronology spell, which the plus d8 to initiative. And then I will also show him the spell immovable object.
Okay. And he'll look through your book a bit as you allow him to flip through.
Yes.
So. Well, it's some mighty interesting stuff. Are you looking to sell me the book? Or?
No, the book is unfortunately what I have. I do have some notes strewn about that I could, if we were able to reach a deal, that I could come and bring back to you.
I mean, listen, you bring something interesting, I'll definitely make a deal with you if I can resell it. If you're not going to give me your book, I got no use for it.
Well, I do have extra notes on the spells that I could that I could bring. I was just more interested in understanding if we could reach a deal and if the business opportunity is there.
I mean, from what you got there, and he's been setting up the stall this whole time. He's been pretty busy.
Yes.
I mean, if what you got there is what you're offering, then yeah, I'm sure we can come to an agreement, whether I'm buying off you and reselling it myself, or if this is some kind of long-term partnership. You can work something out. You'll have to actually bring me something I can sell.
Yes. Of course. Can I just quickly flip through his list of the spells that he currently has available?
Yes.
Yes.
He has a scroll for the spell Catapult.
Nice.
That's a good one.
For Color Spray. He's got one for Fog Cloud and one for Grease. Well, like all first level spells, but it's that's what he's got in the bag he's handed you.
Yes. Just gonna look at Grease. Yes.
So if there's nothing in there that you're interested in, come back later and maybe we can make a deal.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Just while I have your attention now, and you're not quite set up, so I don't think I'm interrupting the time of any other patrons.
No, I mean not quite, but
I'm relatively new to town, and I heard along the grapevine that there's been a new change of rulership coming into the area, and if I am planning on getting into business here, I just wanted to know how they run things from a business financial standpoint. If there's any high taxes on anything like sales or anything along those lines that I should know about, or anything I should know about, in particular about trading in this area.
give me a persuasion roll.
I'm going to use my ability to re-roll that again. Jeez.
My dice.
Yes, I will use your dice. Thank you very much. Okay, that is slightly better.
That is why we don't use other people's dice.
Persuasion, that's going to be a 10.
10. Thinks softens. I mean, if you're not entirely from around here, change of rule, I wouldn't say so much a change as it is someone stepping up to take rule. There wasn't much of an order here before outside of influence that the old emperor had. Starting to do business here is tough. So honestly, I wouldn't, looking at you, I wouldn't start anything. Costs everything through the roof. Trying to actually get a shop Yeah, I've been fighting for one for a fucking month now. The place is expensive. I don't think people are too happy about that.
Is getting the shop, is that because there's simply not enough of them, or is it other larger companies kind of bullying you out of it?
That lord and lady up in the palace own half the city. They can charge whatever they want.
Of course. Yeah, it's a difficult world here. Yes. Well, if that is the case, I'll definitely keep that in mind. I will come back to you with some of my extra notes on spells, and we can negotiate price and things like that when I do.
Of course.
Yes, thank you.
Take care.
Have a good rest of your day. He's just gonna go off.
Continue working your way through the crowd. As we glance around, we're gonna go to Drareth. Hopping over to one corner, kind of off on an edge near the fountain, you can see there's like a group of kind of like a wide age range of individuals, maybe about half a dozen people crowding this small area, and you can see they've got a few sets of dice in the area playing games, like just rolling across the stones.
Are they like clearly gambling?
Not
Okay.
like they're clearly playing, but they're not like advertising it.
Okay.
You can see like coin is being exchanged between them.
Mm-hmm.
You can see this kind of older elven woman on like near the edge of the group is like people keep the dice wind up back at her every time, no matter what, and then she's passing them out to people. And they're playing, they're talking. You kind of just approach and watch for a moment. If there's anything you want to do to step in or whatnot.
Yeah, I'll just go over to the woman who looks like she's kind of like getting the dice out. I'm just gonna. So, what exactly is this?
Oh, well, it's a simple game of dice. No. If you're looking to make some quick coin, by all means, make a wager.
Alright, well, dice are different in different regions. What are the rules you have set?
Playing for highest number.
Oh,
Highest
nice and
combo.
simple.
All it is. Purely luck. If you're looking to make a wager, see if the others want in on anything.
Alright. Let's go see if I can find someone to do a wager.
I mean, I would say, how much are you wanting to wager in that?
What does it look like people are gambling here? Like, is it mostly copper?
It's mostly silver.
Okay.
At this range, you've silver is the majority. There's a bit of copper going out. You haven't seen any gold go around in your time.
I will do a silver then to start.
Okay, then that's easy to have someone match you. All right, then we'll keep this simple. Roll me 3d6.
3d6. Okay. The dice are rolling noises. Ooh, it started off good, then it went bad. That is a 9 total.
9. Roll a 10 total.
Oh.
Okay, just simple, and you guys are like chucking dice down the stones. They bounce off the fountain, and people are just like chatting and cheering back and forth.
Mhm.
So that is 1 silver.
Okay.
Or to this guy.
To the house, basically.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll do another round with him.
Okay.
Or someone else.
Yeah, easy enough. Same 1 silver.
Yep, 1 silver.
Okay.
13.
13. I've got a 12 total.
Hey, I'm even.
Okay. Passes the coin back. Just, are you doing it like the gambling can go on in the background if you're looking to do it?
Yeah, I want to like. I'm not sure how to bring it up, but just like start talking about like how the feelings are. Like, what are the conversations happening around that I can hear?
Right now you're hearing a little bit of like there's talk of some individuals like playing for lunch money, like enough to get food, food. Some are like coming in from a job and hoping to like just like double the money they made overnight, or they're like there's a kind of a mix here where people are desperate for money, or people are they've come into money and they're kind of bragging about it. There's
Fair.
a decent mix in this group.
I'll go back up to the woman and I'll be like, seems confusing. This people playing for food money, it sounds. The city seems pretty prosperous, though.
I mean, yeah, the city can seem prosperous, but people, they're the ones that matter.
Yeah?
Some of us just get fucking shit on.
Very fair, very fair. So, what? Oh, what am I trying to think of to say? Fuck.
I haven't seen your face around here.
Yeah.
You new in town?
Just got here the other day. Trying to find my footing.
What brings you here?
Work.
Good luck with that. That's what all of us are looking for.
Right. So another dead end, eh?
I think you might be out of luck, pal, unless you know someone.
Not really. Is there nothing? There's really nothing happening here.
The city's got a lot of well-established business or outside traders coming in. You get the occasional traveler looking for a hand, but unless you've already got work, not a lot of places are looking to change their staff.
So how are people making the living other than this?
They're struggling. That's how. Or you go shovel shit off the lake.
That's what's in the lake water.
No, sorry, like off of the lake.
Oh,
Go to
okay.
the farmland.
Oh, okay.
You shovel shit.
It's just like, wait, do they shovel shit into the lake water?
No,
Is that what Kyrian was drinking?
not quite.
Oh, I'm trying to figure. She's Elvish, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
How many other elves are around?
she's got like wood elven influence, and like
Oh,
you can
okay.
see she's got like like kind of the darker like tan skin, kind of more like wear to it, like very very long exaggerated ears. You've seen a few like half elven or some with elven influence, but you haven't seen many pure wood elven people.
How many are like around us in at the very moment?
At this moment, no.
Okay, I'm gonna switch to Elvish.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go. Is it no source of work, even if it's not the most reputable?
She smirks. I mean, if you're looking for something where you'll get your hands dirty, I might have a few contacts.
What's your name?
Give me a charisma roll.
Ooh,
Just to see.
straight charisma.
Yeah.
What's my charisma?
Persuasion if you've got it. but
Oh,
this
I
is-
do have
it's-
persuasion actually.
This is seeing how you come across.
Ooh, that's an 11.
11. The name's not important.
Fair.
If you're looking for work, I can put you in contact.
I'll take it.
Just stick around in the market for a bit, and I'll get some things written down for you if you like.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Alright. She'll take the dice back from you and can resume playing.
Sounds good.
Uh,
Getting us contacts slowly.
Alright. As that is going on, Cricket, from your point, you've seen Apiron and Drayrith conversing with their respective targets. You've seen Serenity shift into a cat and dip out of the market. Some time goes by. You wouldn't recognize. Give me a perception roll. Looking over everything. And I'll give you advantage with Sox's binoculars.
Yay! The stopped oculars.
Okay, so that is a 14, or for with advantage would be the 14.
Okay. Looking about, you can see now things are starting to build up a little bit. Things are getting a little livelier. Over at one stall towards the corner, you can see there's like what looks to be some. You hear a little bit of like shouting and a grumpy tone, and you can see two individuals seem to be like arguing at one stall. There's a halfling woman behind one of the stalls set up, and this other just a larger, more rotund human man, and like just holding up this small bag, and you can see them just yelling at each other. You can't quite make out what they're saying from the distance, but you can see like he doesn't look happy. Other than that, like Drareth is walking away from his target and like looks a little confident. Apiron is moving kind of towards the middle and looking for other things. There's not a whole lot going on at the moment that stands out.
Okay. Which way is Drareth going?
Any particular, just kind of just mingling about.
Yeah, just mingling, because she
Yeah.
said to stay in the area. So I would just be kind of like mingling about.
Just wandering, no real direction.
Okay. Could Socks turn into a piece of parchment that I could turn into like a paper airplane situation and then try to shoot him at Drareth?
Sure. He squishes out into a piece of paper, and he folds himself up.
Mm-hmm. Good boy.
Give me a ranged attack roll.
Oh, that's a 10?
Okay. You chuck this paper airplane, and it flips in the air. It kind of just twists around. The wind is picking up a bit and goes completely off course. You can notice. Nobody else is really paying attention, but like it starts flapping, and it is like the paper airplane is trying to correct itself.
She's like, Drareth.
I'll say Drareth, you got high enough passive perception. As it you just hear a from up above,
I look up.
and you see a paper airplane just zigzagging in the air.
I'll follow it.
Floating on the wind. It just
Mhm.
flies down to probably about 30 feet away from where Cricket is up on the wall.
I'll go
on
walk.
the roof.
I'll go walk over. Hello, Socks. Look up at Cricket.
Unfolds himself, just pops out.
And you look up at her?
Mhm.
She's going to point at the merchant and the customer arguing.
If Drareth will nod and put Socks in, as a belt.
Okay, the paper stretches out into a belt and changes
you.
color to match your outfit.
Alright. Head over to the stall where the merchant and customer are fighting.
Okay, and you walk up, and the human man is just shouting, "This is a piece of shit! I don't know what you even tried to sell me. I don't fucking want it anymore." And the woman's just leaned back behind the stall. "I don't know what you're talking about. It's a bag. It's a fucking bag. All I said it was." You lying shit. And they're going back and forth. So I don't know if you want to.
Working in retail.
Yeah, so what's going on here? You guys are causing quite a ruckus.
What's it to you?
I'm just trying to enjoy my morning and I'm hearing yelling.
You can fucking leave. It's none of your business.
When you're disturbing the peace, it's at my business. What happened?
This bitch is lying about magical items that she's selling.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. I never said it was magical. You might have interpreted that way. It's just magically made. It's a wonderful product, that's all. Just said it was a bag. He turns back and just, "No, you fucking said it was a magic bag. You don't lie to people about it. I want my fucking money back."
How much did you pay for it?
This doesn't fucking concern you.
Maybe I'll buy it off you.
me a persuasion roll.
Persuasion. Oh, not more things. Oh no. That's a 9.
I don't want your money. I want her to fucking give me my money back. She shouldn't have a business if she's gonna be lying about it.
What can I do?
How dare he yell at a short queen like that?
Oh, I'm just, what to do?
Conflict resolution, go.
Conflict resolution is something I failed at in school. Anyways.
I mean, then they're gonna.
Yeah, they're just
go
gonna
at it
keep
for a
going
bit
at it.
If you're, yeah.
He'll just look back up at Cricket, just go shrug.
She'll kind of like motion like round back.
He'll
and
go.
then, like,
He'll go around. He'll just leave and head round back. She's
Okay.
and then she's just gonna go like, just like for you to throw Socks back up to her.
He'll just like hold Socks to the side of the building so Socks can transform and just up or something.
Okay.
He's not gonna
duck
throw
into
Socks.
the alley. Socks will just like basically just stretch out into a rod and then like rubber bands snap up to the top.
Nice. Oh, it would have been nice if I had calm emotions right now, but I didn't prepare that.
Oh well.
Then I'll go back to watching them argue.
Okay. And then let's see what. I think other than that. Well, Kieran, did you have anything direct, or were you just looking around?
No, he's got a pretty good sense of why everyone hates him, so he's good on that. He wants to find basically a parchment store. Like, I basically just need a pen and what's needed in forging something.
Quill, ink, and depending on how elaborate you're getting, wouldn't be hard to find the tools necessary here.
Cool. I definitely want to do that. And question, was the contract that Viren gave us written and signed by Viren?
It was written and signed by Viren, and like there is a stamped crest of the Karivass house.
What I have. Shit. But I don't know who actually drafted the document.
No.
If I have just Viren's signature, is that enough to actually forge his handwriting style?
So long as you were proficient with a forgery kit,
And I am.
then you can try.
Then yes.
You can try and forge the signature, but you couldn't forge handwriting because
I don't have every letter.
yeah, you and the signature is not the same as how people write anyway.
Alright.
You could match the letter, but you couldn't expressly say that it was Viren.
He would like to go to a guard station where they actually have documents that I'm sure that he has either signed or written statements on. And he's going to ask, using his investigator background, to access those. On behalf of the Lord and Lady.
Okay. Making your way to a guard station, you can certainly do that. Where a few guards are set up, they will mention Viren is not a member of the guard or any official status in the protection of the city. He's a private advisor, like hired by the family, not related to any legal matters.
Then he would ask to see documentation of past arrests within the last several months.
Okay. They can hand out like a few older, or give me a persuasion roll just to see like how much you can get.
Me, 14 plus 5 for 19.
19.
Sorry, 19.
19. They can give you a few like past decrees of like laws or like not laws, but they're like new like observations and implementations that the guards are taking, some messages that they're sending out not, again, they're not like in charge. They're just protecting people.
So I'd probably be looking for a prison or...
Yeah, and then they do have a few records of just like statements as to why this person has been either, arrested for a short period or they've been detained and whatnot. Just statements for the public, but it's not... Because, again, this is a, like, private... Like, basically, they've hired a private, like, mercenary group to defend the city. It's not any official ruling, any law. They don't have say over that.
Can I see their contract with the nobles? Because I imagine they would get a copy that the nobles would also have.
I think that is a little bit out of your reach.
Even if it's for an investigation?
It doesn't... They don't see it as relevant. For, like, the points that you're making, if it's connected to... They don't see the exact relevancy. 19 was good on your persuasion, and it got you a lot, but it's not gonna get you everything.
Can I get any documents that have been written out, full paragraphs or sentences, by the head of the guard?
That definitely, like, some of the decrees about, like, who they've captured and observations do have, like, there's a consistency to the writing and who's been in, like, you can make out something that would be recognized as, like, as an affiliate within the guards. Yes.
Perfect. Then, once he has that document, he would ask to have a desk and some parchment and a bit of privacy, and he's going to copy the alphabet.
Give me a, I'll say, dexterity proficiency, the forgery kit.
Okay, so that's...
Or actually, I'll say intelligence proficiency. This is more memorization and figuring out the patterns.
Well, I mean, I'm keeping the page with the actual things. Like, I'm doing it, like, as I'm looking at the writing, like, writing it down next to it.
But it's just that, like, understanding of matching everything and, like, the precision, the care, the more of the thought into the focus rather than the work with your hands
Dexterity.
side. Yeah. Yeah.
So, sorry, what skill or just straight intelligence?
Intelligence plus proficiency.
Okay.
For the forgery kit.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Damn.
Nice.
Okay.
For 27.
Nice.
Okay, so you spend some time away from the group, but you do eventually copy down the elements of these letters and these decrees, and you have a replica of one of the guard captains' handwriting.
Caps writing. Awesome. And he will also give them 5 gold to sponsor their breaks.
Okay. Pay him off a bit. Alright. Then in that time, lastly, Serenity.
So Serenity, the super cute cat, is going to saunter over to the White Lily. And you said in the kitchen there was a window?
Like on the door. Yeah, there's a small window.
Not like a real perching window.
No.
Alright, is there like a window looking into the bar at all? Like somewhere where she can be outside, but people inside can see her?
Yeah, from the front, there's a window just into the main tavern area. You can get like a clear line to the bar.
Okay, she'll like hop up on the windowsill and kind of just chill there and look into the bar and see who's there.
Okay. Give me a perception roll.
Fucking shit. Not great rolls today. Perception though, so that's 8 plus 8, which is 16.
16. Alright. Looking inside, it's early afternoon, so not a lot is going on in here. You can see the dwarven figure still at the bar, and is serving a few people inside, and just like having light conversation. You can see Marin is back, and she's like cleaning things up, readying tables and whatnot. It's a very slow afternoon. It's pretty chill inside.
She's just gonna try to give the biggest cat eyes, see if she can catch anyone's attention inside.
Okay.
Any cat lovers in the
Give me a
tavern?
performance roll.
Serenity's downfall. charisma checks.
Yeah. That'll be a 6.
6. I mean, Marin looks up occasionally and just, like, looks over at you. Just sees that you're there. That's about it.
Plan A failed. Alright. Serenity will hop down, walk back into the marketplace, and she's gonna try to be like a bug on the wall kind of effect. Just go around from conversation to conversation, see if anything interesting comes up. Like, not being invisible, obviously, but just being like a cat and wandering around people and doing cat things.
Okay. You can do that. You return to the market, start listening into conversations, and taking in everything that's going on throughout here. And while you are doing that, unfortunately, that's where we're going to end things.
Oh.
We're running out of time. It's running a little long.
We need leads.
But you guys are getting out there. You've met one side for sure. You've gotten some word about everything else going on.
Yeah.
Actually, you got some information to start planning. So
We also did this.
I've got ideas.
yeah,
I'm gonna commit a shitload of fraud. I think Xanathars actually tells you what you can do with forgery.
An emotional support minute. Boom.
that would be the best use of it. We can see what you come up with
I'm
next
so sorry.
time.
Alright, bye. Thank you for listening to Wannabe Heroes podcast. Special thank you to James Nicholson for our outro intro music. If you enjoy our show, you can find us on social media at Wannabe Heroes Podcast on Instagram and Wannabe DND on Twitter.